Hello, wonderful attendees. I'm your host, Dalvinder Kaur from Lovely Professional University. Get ready to dive into today's topic, that is data-driven decision making through AI and analytics. Before we proceed further, allow me to introduce the experts of the day, Mr. Samrat Patnaik, Team Lead AI and Analytics Cognizant. With over 5 years of enriched experience in data science and business analytics, the privilege of monitoring over 1,500 eager learners has been a remarkable journey. And now I would like to introduce the admission nominee also in this webinar, Mr. Chandan Agarwal. With 13 years of experience in career guidance and counseling, Mr. Chandan oversees outreach initiatives across Punjab and leads the call center team, driving admissions and enhancing the university's reputation. Before we proceed further in today's session, I would like to request everyone for any questions you can write in the chat box or in the Q&A box, and same will be there from my side in the end of this webinar. And now I hand over the thanks to Mr. Samrat, and it would be an absolute delight to listen from him. Over to you, Mr. Samrat.
Yep. Thank you so much, Dalvinder, and very good afternoon to all of you. Thanks for having me here. So let me quickly share my screen and let's dive into what is analytics, AI, ML scenario going these days. So as we heard a lot of data analytics, AI, ML, generative AI, these kind of terms used by most of the companies, right? So companies across various sectors, maybe automobile, maybe fintech, e-commerce, retail, whatever, they are using AI and ML analytics to enhance their operational efficiency, customer service, and product innovation, right? So for example, predictive analytics is one arm of AI ML, which is using new technologies to anticipate or to predict what is going to happen in the future, right? So for example, we use Zomato, Ola, Uber. These are all present age companies. They are using AI ML analytics to predict that how much sales is going to happen in the next 6 months, which all customers out of the 1,000 customers is going to purchase. So we are going to deep dive into these things. We will discuss what is the job scenario in this particular technology and what are the different kind of use cases that are being functional for these companies. So we will be discussing the basics of AI ML. Then we will understand the importance of data analytics in the present day companies. Right? Then we will get into the overview of AI and analytics job market and the future vision. Right? And lastly, we will discuss few of the case studies and successful implementation and outcomes of AI. All right. And then we will conclude with what is going to happen, and then we will have the question answer window. All right. So this is the flow of AI, ML, artificial neural networks, and deep learning. Right? So we often heard about these terms randomly, right? So artificial intelligence is the bigger bucket in which we have machine learning. In that, we have artificial neural networks, and then we have the deep learning, right? So as you can see, any techniques that enable machines to solve a task in a way like humans do is known as artificial intelligence. Anything that a human does, if it is done by a machine, it comes under artificial intelligence. Now, in artificial intelligence, there are many subparts. One of the subpart is machine learning. Now, algorithms that allows computers to learn from examples without being explicitly programmed. That means we are not programming anything. We are not telling exactly what needs to be done or how it needs to be done. Machine on its own learn from the previous data and figure out that what is the best way to present the output. Right? Then we have similarly artificial neural networks and deep learning. So deep learning, these days we are using so much of ChatGPT and Google Bard, Copilot. These things use deep learning, right? From a vast amount of data, right? Which word will go next after which word, or which sentence will go next after which sentence. All these things are done using deep learning. All right. So now, as we have discussed, AI is a computer software that mimics the ways that humans can think in order to perform complex tasks such as analyzing, reasoning, and learning. Right? Then machine learning, as we discussed, is a subset of AI that uses algorithms, trained data to produce models that can perform such complex tasks. Now, coming to an interesting discussion where we can see that how all these companies are using analytics, AI, and ML in their day-to-day business. So currently, data is getting generated in a huge amount, mostly after the COVID-19 scenario, where all the customers, all the businesses have moved into digital medium. There's an increased use of laptops, mobile phones. There are apps for everything, right? Think of ordering a cab, you have an app for it. Thinking of ordering for food, you have an app for it. Thinking for online medical consultation, you have app for that also. Shopping, we have the app. So we have been seeing an exponential growth of data in the last few years. Now, all these businesses, they are no exception to this phenomenon, and they are trying to tap the hidden knowledge using various forms of analytics, right? So they need someone like you and me, like some data analyst or business analyst, who can figure out what all these data is saying, right? What are the trends and patterns, so that we can leverage them and figure out what is going right for us, what is going wrong for us, in which areas we are lagging, in which areas we can improve. And based on that, based on those valuable insights and results, the management, the companies come out with new strategies, new plannings, and all of it. So to be more precise, we can say that analytics, right, is a subpart of AI, right, where it involves techniques like data visualization. So you might have heard about Tableau, Power BI, these kind of tools. So all these comes under data visualization. Then predictive analytics, where we are going to predict something based on the previous data, right? Like, for example, most of you belongs from Chandigarh. So if Zomato wants to figure out that how many orders we have delivered in Chandigarh between 6 p.m. in the evening to 10 p.m. in the night, right? Based on that, which kind of customers have ordered food from them, what was their spending pattern, right? Based on that, they can predict that in the next coming month or in the next 6 months, how much sales we are going to achieve from Chandigarh in that particular time slot, right? So if they find out that there are more orders are getting generated at that point of time, they will give you more promotions, more coupons, right? All these things, so that more people can order and their sales increases. So a data analyst, a business analyst plays a significant role in identifying the areas that need improvement, forecasting, and steering the company towards new source of business, new avenues of revenue, profits. Now, here I have listed down 5 such applications where the companies are using data scientists, data analysts, or analytics professionals to work upon. First is pricing. So every company, they have to use a lot of data to figure out what price point they should sell their products. They cannot randomly come up with a random number that will be the price, right? They have to figure out so many things, that how much the customer is willing to spend, right? What are their pattern behavior? Are they targeting tier 1 customer, tier 2 city customer, or tier 3 city customer? What is their spending habit, right? Which gender we are mostly targeting to, male, female, or even to kids, right? So setting prices for consumer and industrial goods, government contracts, and maintenance records. Then comes customer segmentation. Now, do you really think that Zomato sends all those cheeky notifications to all their customers all together? No, right? What they do is customer segmentation. They divide their customer base, their audience base, into 3 or 4 segments, depending on similar kind of behaviors. That, okay, these are the customers who generally spends 200 to 300 rupees products they are ordering. The next segment of customers are ordering maybe 500 to 600 rupees. Like that way, they segment the customers. And not only on price points, but on multiple other things like age, income level, time of ordering, right? With all these factors, they will divide the customers into different groups. And then they will target them with offers, discounts, right? They will target them with relevant advertisement. So customer segmentation is one of the very key aspects of analytics. And it is not only done in e-commerce, retail, even in banks, fintechs, right? Fintechs, banks. So how come HDFC Bank or ICICI Bank decide that which customers they have to give a loan at a higher interest rate or at a lower interest rate? Right? So I believe that we all know that banks don't have a fixed rate of interest for all their customers. It varies customer to customer. So how will they bucket? Okay, these are our category 1 customers. We will be pitching them this product or this interest rate. So identifying and targeting key customer groups in retail, insurance, credit card industries is very common these days. Right? Then social media. So as we can see the increasing use of social media platforms, say Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp. So there needs to be a professional who can understand what is going on with the audience, right? Understanding the trends, customer perceptions, right? Assess that, then it will help the marketing managers and product designers to come up with new ideas, new style that can attract the younger audience or to a specific gender. Then comes merchandising. The merchandising is mostly happening in e-commerce and retails. So it is nothing but, let's say Amazon. Now, Amazon is not manufacturing any of their products, whatever we are buying. What they are doing, they are simply getting those products from a shopkeeper and they are sending it to us. Now, Amazon is the merchandiser. It is putting their label in that product and selling it to us. Right? Now, it becomes very crucial for companies like Amazon, Myntra, Flipkart to decide which brands to buy, or like which brands customers are more likely to prefer, at what quantities they should stock it, right? Because obviously no customer wants a stock out or the product has ended, that kind of thing. So these companies have to be very attentive to what quantities they should have it in stock, or how they should be allocating it, which brands they should showcase in their platform, right? So all these needs a lot of data, lot of understanding of the sales patterns, trends, all these things. Then comes location. Now, finding the best location is the dream for every other company. May it be Starbucks, may it be an H&M store, may it be Domino's, KFC, DMart, or an HDFC Bank or an IOCL petrol pump. So how come they decide what is the best location? Right? It could be for bank branches, ATMs. So it also requires a lot of study of the data and analytics, right? So what exactly we see while deciding the location is that what is the spending capacity of the people staying in the premise of 5 kilometers from that location? How often they come out for shopping? Are they coming once in a week? Are they coming twice in a month, right? Which particular time they are more likely to come out? So depending on all these factors, the companies decide what is the best location to go for, where they can have more customers, more footfall coming up. All right. Then, so there are very big companies who are implementing data science, analytics in their day-to-day operations. Think of Amazon only, as I was mentioning. So it's a multinational e-commerce company. They are using data science systems for their business optimization. Now, one big problem with these e-commerce companies is that they need to streamline the supply chain. They need to streamline the delivery process. They need to streamline the return orders, right? That is how the company saves on a lot of money. Now, data analytics or data science is helping these companies in selection of ideal routes, plans, and products groupings to reduce the delivery cost, right? That what kind of similar products, if we ship, it will lead us to a less delivery cost, right? Then selection of warehouse to minimize the distribution cost. Again, that same logic, that where exactly we should be setting up our warehouse, right? Because we are shipping our products all across India. So which all areas or which all locations are the ideal place for setting up a warehouse from where we can easily process or return the goods? That will cost us less time, that will cost us in less effort, and so on. Then best traffic prediction in order to curtail the time spent by drivers in traffic jams. Then, so these days we all are using these Blinkit, then Big Basket, Swiggy, Instamart, right? Amazon also has this delivery, grocery delivery. Now they all commit 15 minutes delivery, 10 minutes delivery, right? So it also needs a lot of prediction that at what point of the time of the day, at which route, what will be the traffic going to be, so that we can plan our things well. Because at the end of the day, it is all about customer service, customer satisfaction, how good we are able to give our services. And every company wants to stay ahead in the competition. That's why they have to be very thorough with all the data that they are capturing, right? And that is how they will lead the way. Because as we all do, right? I'm not stereotyping, like we so easily switch between Amazon and Flipkart or Myntra. For even like 20-30 rupees, we switch from Zomato to Swiggy or from Swiggy to Zomato, right? From Ola to Uber, Uber to Ola. So every company wants to retain their customers. They want that you should not be switching to their competitors. And for that, they have to ensure the best service, best price, right? Best marketing for their customers. And there comes folks like you and me who will be helping them. Then think of McDonald's, Domino's, right? We all visit McDonald's or Domino's quite often. And one thing we all have noticed is a big display, right, on the top of the stores. Now, those displays not simply shows us the menu and all. Those are smart displays, right? It keeps on changing the menu based on the queue of the people, right? Based on the rush, based on the footfalls, based on the time of the day. So you might have seen that whenever you visit a McDonald's or a Domino's store in the afternoon, you get to see a lot many options, right? They might be little costly, but then when you go to a McD or a Domino's store during the evening time, during the peak hours like 6 p.m. or 7 p.m., 8 p.m., that point of time when the rush is more and the queue is longer, these items keeps on changing to a less time taking items, which takes less time to be prepared. So companies decide that how much we should be selling or which items we will be selling to maximize the profit at that point of time. Because in the afternoon, there were only 10 people coming on an average, but in the evening, there are 100 people coming up in the average, right? So in the morning slot, if we are selling a 100 rupees item, if we are selling 80 rupees item in the evening, that will eventually give us more profit. So by monitoring how busy the dive through in these businesses can increase the efficiency during the peak hours, when the line gets long, the digital order boards change. They begin to highlight the items that can be prepared quickly. So this leads to more simple orders that can be quickly completed, right? So when the lines are short, slower items with higher margins are featured. So in this way, the store can respond to the real-time needs to improve efficiency and also ensure their profit margins. Right? Now, coming to why this career is in so much demand among the youth, among the companies, right? Why everyone wants to start with their career with analytics or AI and ML? Because it provides you with various career opportunities. To name a few, associate consultant, data analyst, machine learning engineer, then market analyst, and so on. this field is quite versatile, right? You need not to do a same kind of job every day because the challenges is changing every now and then, right? You have to be very up to date with the things going on in the market, right? How the people behavior is changing, because these days, like fashion, our preferences also changes very quickly. Today we are liking something, the next day we are liking something else. So this field is very versatile. You have to come up with new things. You will be analyzing new kind of data, coming up with newer ideas to help the company. Then comes increasing demand. So companies across the globe has realized the potentiality and importance of data analysts, business analysts, or AI and ML professionals, right? And thus it is resulting in huge demand for this expertise in this field. So studies state that this profile is expected to grow at a rate of 19% over the next 10 years. Also the market is growing because the global AI market is expected to grow from $93.5 billion to 9,097 billion dollars by 2028. That's a 40.2% CAGR, right? Adoption rate is also increasing. So 2022 survey by McKinsey found that 56% of the companies have adopted AI or analytics in one of the at least one functions in their companies, right? And obviously the job market is increasing. It is seeing a surge, right? So 19% increase every year over the next 10 years. Then comes to the most interesting part, that is the lucrative package. So data science, AI analytics, it pays extremely well, right? It starts their package with around 6.75 lakhs per annum. And as you grow up higher up in the ladder and as you gain more expertise, they can earn as much as 15 lakhs per annum, and then sky is the limit, right? Then it creates a huge impact. You are constantly working with managers, management people, right? Where you're helping them coming up with new ideas and plans to increase the revenue, getting more customers, how to retain the existing customers. Then overall, it's a pretty interesting, pretty fascinating profile. Now, let me quickly give you a glimpse of the available job roles these days in this AI and ML data science domain. The first is data architect, right? Then data engineer, database administrator, data scientist, right? Data analyst, data visualizer means who visualize the data, who comes up with charts, graphs, dashboards, right? Tableau, Power BI, all these areas. ML scientist, machine learning scientist. So wherever it is ML, that means machine learning, and machine learning is used by the companies for prediction, as we're discussing that how much it is going to sell in the next 6 months, or which customers are going to buy in the next 6 months, or next 6 months or 3 months. The ML scientist, ML engineer, statistician, BI analyst, BI consultant, BI developer. BI stands for business intelligence, right? That is coming up with newer ideas in which you can improve the business, right? Making the business intelligent. That is what BI. All right. Then now I have given you a glimpse of all the available profiles. Now let me show you that why this hype, right? Why it is so much in hype. First of all, growth of big data. That means in the last couple of years, data is getting generated in such a huge amount, right? So it becomes very important for any company to stay ahead in the competition. They have to have use the data. Competitive advantage, obviously, it gives companies a competitive advantage by enabling them to identify the trends and patterns in customer behavior, market trends, and operational efficiencies. Right? Then we are seeing the growth in banking, financial services, insurance, retail, e-commerce, healthcare, manufacturing, and telecom. So these days you can see that every company, even if they are having a physical store somewhere in the market, they also have an app. Think of Lenskart. They have stores all across, but they also have the app. From there, they are getting the data. Think of Nykaa, Sugar, all these cosmetic brands. They also follow the same thing, right? So data is everywhere, and analytics, AI, and ML is required to make this data more useful to the companies. Now, here I have curated few of the data science, analytics job postings, right? And here you can see that Barclays, Gartner India, Global Payments, Delta Airlines, Xiaomi India, right, which is known as Redmi, right? Then Broadridge, Manhattan Associates, Sutherland. You can see that diverse industries, starting from Barclays is a investment bank, then we have Delta Airlines, Global Payments is a fintech, right? Then uh, Schneider Electric, it's a equipment manufacturing company, right? Tech Mahindra. So every company is actively hiring, right? So these I got from LinkedIn, Naukri.com, Indeed, and these are the top companies hiring for data analysts. So the previous one I have showed you for the BA job postings. BA stands for business analyst, right? So these are few of the prominent profiles that are available. Business analyst, data analyst, machine learning engineer. So these are few of the top companies hiring for data analysts very actively across the country. Now coming to career prospects in AI and ML. So if I would like to give you a more clear idea of the things, is that the business portion of the entire thing is looked after by the business analyst guys. So what they do the data analysis and the business administration, like what newer ideas, how we can come up with new campaigns, right? How we can gather new customers. So that is mostly done by the business analyst guys. And here comes the scope of a data scientist or ML engineer, where they will be applying machine learning and advanced algorithms, data product engineering, and so on. So these are few of the potential roles: AI and ML engineer, data scientist, machine learning researcher, deep learning engineer, AI and ML product engineer, product manager, right? Consultant, robotics, all of it. Then these are again few of the AI and ML profiles available all in different job portals. And this is a sample job description, right? Just to show you that there are jobs available for fresh graduates and what exactly they are looking for, right? They are looking for Python, proficiency in Python, and statistics, mathematics, right? This is an advertisement of a data scientist getting hiring for Urban Club, right? So they are also matching a right professional for each customer request, matchmaking, quantifying how many requests were lost based on a drop in conversion due to unavailable slots. That means how many customers we have lost due to unavailable slots, right? So breaking up big business problems into small, actionable, analytical data science problems. So all these things that we were discussing is required by all these companies. And it is going to increase even more, right? So you can see there are news articles everywhere. So AI and machine learning jobs to dominate India in future, 69 million jobs to be created globally, right? Then Indian job market to grow 22% in 5 years, AI machine learning among top roles, right? India's top emerging job roles to be AI machine learning by 2027, right? Then I have some case studies and successful implementations and outcomes of AI, right? I won't take much time. I would love to answer your questions. So just see that there are many prominent companies, right? We all have heard about JP Morgan, Coca-Cola, Century 21. So Century 21 is a very big real estate player in US, UK, right? And you can see that JP Morgan is improving risk management practices using data analytics, right? So they are using credit scoring, risk management, supervised learning, and classification. These are all data science, machine learning models, supervised learning, classification. Then you have Coca-Cola. They are using to optimize their supply chain, like demand forecasting, that at which location, how much demand is going to be. Inventory optimization, how they can manage their inventory, how much to keep in stock. supply chain analytics, regression, classification, clustering, decision trees. All these are machine learning and data analytics models. Then Century 21, they are using customer segmentation, predictive analytics, collaborative filtering, and all of it. Then Netflix, we all love watching movies on Netflix. So they do also content-based filtering, deep learning neural networks. So just one quick example of Netflix. So you might have seen that whenever you watch any movie or any series on Netflix, based on that series, it starts generating suggestions for you. Or think of Spotify, how it quickly starts generating suggestions for you. It is all analytics. It sees that from the previous list of customers, if somebody is watching this particular series or if they are listening to this particular song, what is most likely to be the next song or the next series that they would love, right? Because what is the business driver for Netflix is that if somebody is coming on Netflix to watch a movie, they want the customer to spend 3, 4, 5, 6 hours on it. They want to addict the customer. And for that, they have to come up with suggestions, right? Promotions, discounts, all these things. Then Airbnb. So it also does demand forecasting, price elasticity. So all these hotels, then flights, Indigo, SpiceJet, they have price elasticity. That means you can see the price is dynamic. It keeps on changing, right? You can see that if you are going to book a flight to Goa in December, the price is quite high. So how come they predict that how many customers is going to be flying by their plane in the month of December to Goa, right? Why they keep on changing the price? So it's a huge amount of data of their previous customers, that at what time of the year there are more customers traveling, in which locations, right? Then Uber does a time series forecasting models to decide their search pricing, right? So that they can get more customer ratings, what customers are liking in their services. Then driver availability, predicting the traffic patterns, right? So as we can see, it's a very lucrative profile. The demand is surging and the things are pretty interesting. There are so many things to learn in that, right? And it is going to increase drastically by 2030. So yeah, I hope this session is useful for you guys. So I'm open for any kind of questions or queries. Over
Stop
to you.
sharing your screen now,
Thank
Mr. Samrat. Can we take questions, Mr. Samrat?
Yes.
Thanks for giving me chance to address your questions. Tanish is asking here, what is the importance of big data tools like Hadoop and Apache Spark in data analytics?
Yes. So as I was mentioning that there is an increased amount of data, right? So big data, as we all know, now we need something to store these huge amount of data and to analyze it. So when it comes to a huge amount of data and we want to store it well, process it well, because whenever we have some data, we have to clean it, we have to process it, we have to make out useful things from it. So for that, we use Hadoop and Apache Spark that will help us in integrating the data, coming up with insights, more patterns from it.
I hope, Tanish, you got your answer from our expert, Mr. Samrat. And now I would request to the admission nominee, Mr. Chandan Agarwal, to be on the screen. Over to you, Mr. Chandan Agarwal.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Just one moment. I'm sharing my screen. Please acknowledge once it is visible.
Your screen is visible, Mr. Chandan. You can continue.
Very good afternoon, everyone. So here I would like to share few gist about our university first. So Lovely Professional University is NAC accredited with the A++ grade, which is the highest in like private and all government universities. On the scale of 4.4, we scored 3.68. And these are certain approval and recognition, accreditation from the governing bodies. Wherever required, we have almost all the approvals. For example, first of all, university is approved by UGC. Then, apart from that, it has been accredited by NAC. In these days, it has been accredited by NBA also. And yes, there are certain other approvals too. You can see our architect programs are accredited by the Council of Architecture. Similarly, Pharmacy Council of India for pharmaceutical programs. And then planning, township planning programs are approved by the Institute of Town Planners India, ITPI. And similarly, you can see on your screen, these are the certain other approvals for different programs. Different approvals are required by any university. And proudly saying, being a part of Lovely Professional University, we have almost all the approvals and recognitions. You can see these are few certain memberships, and yes, we are known for the placements these days. And highest package went up to 3 crore rupees, which was an international package in Germany. And then apart from that, there are domestic packages also, which went up to 64 lakh, right? So these are few star placements. You can see Palo, the student has been recruited by the Palo Alto at the package of 54.75 lakh. These are the dream packages even for the IITs. Moving further, you can see these are some glimpse of the further placements. And then you can see these are the few achievements. Rankings, if I talk about the rankings, yes, we have almost all kind of rankings these days. You can see we are second in business and economics worldwide. These are the rankings, the World University Rankings 2023 I'm talking about. 6th in the engineering, 8th in the clinical and health, 9th in the computer science, and 12th in the life sciences. Right? Overall, 23rd in among the top universities in all government and private universities among India. You can see these are the further Atal rankings. Apart from this, yes, we are not only known for placements or rankings only, but yes, there are co-curricular activities also, in which we all know these renowned faces, right? Neeraj Chopra, Bajrang Punia, almost present. Half of the hockey team belongs to the LPU students, right? Half of the students belongs to the LPU only. You can see these are few. Recently, we have won inter-university youth festival champions, right? So everybody known these faces, right? These all are the alumni of LPU. Proudly saying, in India, LPU was the first private university in India who hosted Indian Science Congress. Perhaps it's a science largest event in the world, which hosted by Lovely Professional University, and that was the first time in the history of Indian Science Congress any private university hosted this event. You can see these glimpses and few renowned faces, Arun Jaitley ji, and there are certain other. You can see everybody known these faces, right? So you have a proper, it is a very happening campus. We have a shopping mall within a campus. These kind of celebrities used to visit the campus. So not only studies, but you will be getting every kind of exposure here. So this is a internal view of the Apple iMac lab that we are having. This is a view of the library, journal library that we are having inside the campus. This is a view of the shopping mall inside the campus, because we have perhaps Asia's largest residential facility, which is around 21,000 plus students are staying within a campus. For fulfilling their needs, there is a right, this shopping mall, right? Just one. So there is a shopping mall within a campus. Then this is another view of the shopping mall, and this is a like gymnasium, bowling court. These all things are available within a shopping mall itself, right? This is a 50 bedded hospital available also within a campus only for the facilitation. This is a few evening shots of the overall university campus. Lush green gardens are there. It's a big and huge campus. 600 plus acres are there. This is a night view of the campus. Basket courts are there, archery, and then so many things. This is a Olympics level swimming pool available within a campus, right? Indoor stadium, outer view of the indoor stadium. So we are few things that we are also offering. This study grant means not only if somebody is appearing for Lovely Professional University's entrance or scholarship test, which means we call it LPUNEST. Somebody is appearing for that. So that is not only limited to Lovely Professional University, but this also extend 1 lakh rupees study grant we used to give for those who are targeting national level renowned institutions. I'll take one example. If somebody is targeting, let's say IITs or NITs through JEE means, if somebody is able to score top 500 in LPNest rank and will be joining IIT or NIT through Pan India, any IIT or NIT, then Lovely Professional University is giving 1 lakh rupees as a study grant to that. There are certain terms and conditions. You can explore these things also. So now I'm moving to the website part, how one should can apply for our university. So just one moment, I'll shifting my screen. One moment. I hope my screen is visible now. Website is visible.
Yes, website is visible. You can continue.
So our website name is www.lpu.in. It's simple, lpu.in. This is our official website. Once I open this website, you can see this journal page is open up. Once I go on the admissions part, once I click on the regular programs, if I click on this, you can see here all the programs are listed below. If let's say I want to proceed with the agriculture, let's assume that. So I just need to click on this discipline agriculture. Once I click on this, see the degree name is available. Once I click on the BSc Honors Agriculture, just one moment, I'm scrolling it down. You can see all the details. First, eligibility criteria is given. 60% aggregate marks is required for taking admission in this program in 10+2. With English should be studied as a subject, and 3 subjects out of these 4-5 mentioned subjects. Any 3: physics, chemistry, math, bio, and agriculture. Out of these 5, student must have studied any 3 subjects, right? So this was the eligibility of BSc Honors Agriculture, and not only this, subject to qualifying LPUNEST or CUET or JEE Mains, which means either student can have a good percentage in JEE Mains or CUET if or LPUNEST, right? So you need to qualify either of these tests. Moving further, if somebody is having like see, minimum age criteria is also there, is 16 years for this program, right? And apart from this, moving further, you can see these are the highlights. Highlights means these are the, if I want to check which subjects I'll be going to study in the first semester, this is the first semester curriculum. Both autumn term and spring term, both semester wise subjects are given here. If I want to see what I'll be going to study under the fundamentals of agronomy, I'll click on that. The gist of the subject detail is also given. You can see. So moving back, if I'll move further, these are the fees. This is a fee structure mentioned here. How we understand this fees? Our fees depends on the caliber of the student or performance of the student in different national level exams or in their boards. See, the total fees is 1,20,000 per semester, but scholarships are available up to 35%, which means that in final, the 78,000 will be the applicable fee. In case if somebody is having 95% or above in 10+2, or if I click on this category 1 cutoff, so what it means, if anybody is able to score 300, which is a tentative, this is a tentative cutoff, which means it may vary with the 10 to 15 points, 10 to 15 marks. If somebody is able to score 300 to 315 out of 400, those candidates will be falling into the bracket 1, category 1 scholarship, which means 35% scholarship would be given to him or her on the basis of performance in LPUNEST, and then at that time the applicable fee would be 78,000 for that candidate, right? And this is applicable not only for 1 semester but for all 8 semesters. Similarly, For category 2 scholarships, someone need to score at least 200 to 215 approximately. Similarly, for category 3, bracket 3 scholarship, 140 to 155. The cutoff lies in this. If I want to take a scholarship on the basis of +2, 10 + 2, then if somebody is having 90 to 94.99% in 10 + 2, then applicable scholarship would be 30%, which means 36,000. Applicable fee in that case would be 84K. Similarly, if somebody is having 80 to 89.99% aggregate marks in 10 + 2, then those candidates will be falling into the category 3 scholarship, and then 25% scholarship will be applicable in that case, and applicable fee would be 90,000. And again, I'm emphasizing on this part. Once one scholarship is applicable, that will be applicable for all the semesters, not only for one semester. Now, I'm moving further how I can apply. Here I can see this apply now option. Here I need to fill the name, gender, email, state, mobile number, and then you will be receiving one OTP on your cell phone number. You need to mention here, and this CAPTCHA you need to enter here, and then click on the authorize and submit it. You'll be landing into the another page, admissions.lpu.in. You can also directly move to this page through that also, through this portal also. Here also the register option is here, right? So submit the application through this, fulfilling this basic criteria, and then after submitting this application, appear for LPUNEST test. Nowadays it is not mandatory before taking the admission. You need not to appear for LPUNEST first. You need to take or lock your seat first, because we are already in the month of June, so there is a limited number of seats. You need to take the seat first. Once you lock the seat, only then you will be able to apply for this. Then you can appear into the LPUNEST exam at a later stage. Once you do all this, once you're able to score, I already explained the scholarship on the basis of LPUNEST. Then seat allotment and result. Result will be declared of LPUNEST within 2 days. 48 hours is a benchmark. Once you appear in the test, then you'll be within 48 hours, you'll be getting the result, and you'll be getting 2 chances of this. And the fees for LPUNEST is 500 for a female candidates and 1,000 for the male candidates, right? And then once you take the admission, you'll be part of the university. Then you can also if any time you can plan, if you are residing nearby to the university, you can visit to the campus. You can check the things, visit, explore have an experience of the campus too, and then you can proceed further if you wish. So thank you. I'm closing with this, and thank you, Dalvinder ma'am, for your support for organizing all these things. Thank you,
Thank you
ma'am.
so much, Mr. Chandan Agarwal. And once again, thanks to Mr. Samrat Patnaik. As we come to the end of this webinar, I want to express my deepest gratitude to our experts for sharing their valuable insights and expertise with us. Your presence, enthusiasm, and active participation have made this experience truly special. Hopefully, the attendees found this webinar to be valuable and will be able to utilize the information for better decision making regarding your admissions. If anyone wants to access this webinar again, they can visit our website, that is lpu.in, or can be accessed on YouTube also. Stay connected with us for future webinars. Until we meet again, with the permission of my seniors, I would be signing off this webinar. Take care and goodbye. Have a beautiful day.